Ladies and gentlemen, so today in my hands we've got Yves Saint Laurent's La Nuit De L'homme EDT from 2009, which scores a 4.44 rating out of 5. So should we take a little punt of this? Sexy cardamom heavy soapy little Alright guys, so this stuff was released in 2009 and I mean, well, what can I say? This is probably the number 1 or number 2 or even number 3, I reckon there's 3 top date night fragrances for men. You know, you've got La Nuit De L'homme, you've got Spice Bomb Extreme, and you've got Dolce & Gabbana The One EDP. So here is the EDT of La Nuit De L'homme, but you've also got a Parfum, you've got an EDP, I think you've got a the Parfum, Le Parfum, whatever, and Bleu Electrique, which is now discontinued, and you've also got the line of just L'homme. However, this is the date night sort of category, La Nuit De L'homme, Man of the Night, it translates to. So yeah, I mean the bottle for starters is just so iconic, you know, it's like a sort of grey sort of, I don't know, like a ugly sort of greeny sort of fade, you know, when you like mix water with like mud and all of that stuff, sort of what it looks like really. But the cap is wonderful, it's like a hexagon, you know, yeah, I really like it, and you know, you can actually stand the bottle on it, I think, like that, yeah, like that, which actually looks quite cool. So yeah, so for the 60ml, this is like just under £50 online. Yeah, this was created by 3 perfumers who probably worked together or did their own separate bit. You've got Anne Filippo, Dominique Ropion, and Pierre Wargine, not Warnai, Wargine, that's how you pronounce it. So this is a gorgeous, sexy, manly, sophisticated scent, and it's just perfect for special occasions and basically date nights is what this is, you know, yeah, designed for. Or you've got Jeremy who
let's give myself an orgasm just mentally.
Yeah, we won't talk about him. So
La Nuit De L'homme, my
baby. No. When I smell it by the cap, what do I get, and how does it, you know, what does it bring to the senses basically? So right, when I bring this to my nose, it's very soft, it's subtle, it's a bit soapy, maybe a bit musky even, maybe a bit mineralic as well, but that lavender's there, I think. But yeah, so well, notes, let's go over that. Top of La Nuit De L'homme is cardamom, just cardamom, and in the mid, lavender, Virginia cedar, and bergamot, and in the base, vetiver and caraway. So very simple note breakdown, but yeah, when I smell it by the cap, yeah, I get a very gorgeous, soapy, mineralic lavender, calming lavender. That cardamom wants to throw itself out there. Yeah, maybe some soft woods, but yeah, this fragrance, when you spray it, is actually quite overwhelming. You know, it's got to settle down, and it's really got to find its subtle point, really. You know, where it starts to dry down and push quite nicely. Because straight away, it's just bang, it's just in your face, and you know, it's a lot. So wait for this to calm down, and then it does things. You know, it's a special fragrance. So let's give it a spray, see what we get, and then we'll have another little chat, shall we? So one little blast atomizer is you can't fault it. It's absolutely terrific. Bang, big nice wide blast. Yeah, I've had my bottle for a fair while now, and I've probably used a little bit over 5-10 ml. So yeah, really nice. So straight away it's very airy, clean, fresh, warm, spicy, woody. Yeah, it's got a bit of a very fresh, soapy vibe to it, but it's just very warm, it's clean, and yeah, it's just giving straight away a very mineralic, sexy sort of, that cardamom really pushes itself forward, you know, so yeah, straight away you do get that cardamom, and you get the lavender, which work together. Yeah, that cardamom is just, there's nothing too much in there, you know, or too little, it's just the right amount, you know, it gives a very fresh sort of, even like a out of the shower vibe, a little bit oceanic, you know, I must admit. And the lavender is calm, you know, it's very herbal, it's an absolute joy. This scent is very calming, you know, it's a very safe scent, it's very, you know, it's just, there's nothing, you know, there's not a bad bone in La Nuit De L'homme. It's just very, very mellow and very, very soft and very gentle. It's a very gentle fragrance, you know. However, it's just got a very, very strong sexual appeal to the smell, apparently, you know. That's why so many people and women like it, I reckon. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you do definitely get a nice soft Virginia cedarwood. Well, that's what's noted as cedarwood, whatever. And a nice, fresh, zesty little spring, if you like, of uplifting bergamot in there as well, which, you know, is also very nice. But yeah, no, this scent it's absolutely beautiful, to be fair. It's just cardamom, the lavender, cedarwood. You know, in the base you get vetiver and caraway. Now, when it does dry down, I do get caraway. It does give a bit more of a spicy hint, you know. But yeah, it's just this scent. It's just there's just something about it so nostalgic. It's just very, very special. Yeah, and that out of the shower vibe is really, really strong, and then it just pushes out nice, clean, fresh hints every so often. It's not an extremely loud fragrance, but it will push out. You probably get about an hour of strong projection, and then it really does tone down. So yeah, I believe that La Nuit De L'homme, the EDT, is probably the sexiest out of the whole line. So yeah, let's have a little chat about that. So I've only tried this, the Le Parfum, the original L'homme. Now the L'homme was nice, it was very fresh, clean, a bit creamy, I think, but it had no sort of warm, cozy, outgoing sort of vibes to it. It was very safe, very maybe office friendly, day to day, you know, as this is more obviously date nights and special occasions and going out and, you know, evening time. This is where La Nuit De L'homme comes in. Yeah, but I've not tried any of the others in the line, but Le Parfum was really nice. And you know, it has the initial sort of vibe of this one, but it goes in a more sort of it's a lot stronger, but it's not got that, you know, it's not the same, it's not sexy as this one. It's a bit more, you know, because it's stronger, you know, the concentration is more, it's just a bit, it's a bit more bland, it's a bit more linear, I would say, as this one. There's a bit more going on, a bit more depth, but longevity on this is probably, it's really not that great. If I've got to be completely honest, it's not great. You get about 4 to 6 hours, so make sure you're doing at least 10 to 15 sprays, honestly, you know, why not? The Le Parfum will last probably 6 to 8 hours with really, really nice projection, but the only downside is it's not as good as this one. It's not as good as the original, but if you're after just longevity and in the same ballpark, then get that one. But you know, if you really do want its roots and the, you know, the sexiest you can really get, and just for a nice intimate sort of vibe, then get the original, you know, or even get both and layer them together, you know, that's even better. But yeah, so also the brand Yves Saint Laurent, I think they have changed their the way they extract their cardamom into fragrances, I believe. You know, I was reading that they've been accused of cheap reformulations over the years. So since the 2012-2013 batches, which are really sought after, I think it's about after 2015, I believe. You know, the reformulations started to happen, and therefore that's why you're only getting 4 to 6 hours of solid longevity. Because I think in the older bottles you were getting 8 hours plus, and you simply don't anymore, which is a real shame, because you know, this fragrance now with 8 to 10 hours of longevity would just be, it would be absolutely ridiculously good. I can't you know, say anything more than that. It's just, that's just how it would be, you know. I'm really getting the scent now in the air. You know, it's toning down, it's classy, you know, it's very fresh, it's spicy, it's herbal, it's warm, it's just very alluring, you know, it's a very alluring scent. It draws you in, and it keeps you there, you know, it keeps you wanting to smell it more and more. You know, it's a very cozy, playful scent. Yeah, there's just something really fascinating about this. It's such a simple note breakdown, but the way it's crafted, the way the composition is, the blend, you know, how everything moves about, the mineralic aspect in here, you know, everything joins together and really creates such a solid fragrance. I mean, for the price, you know, / longevity, is it worth it? Are there better options? Perhaps people think this one, was it Trussardi Riflesso, is a good take. I have tried that, but I don't think it comes anywhere close to this. So, I mean, unless you can find like a proper one-to-one clone, I reckon it is good to try and find this cheap somewhere and getting your hands on it. Because, yeah, it is absolutely amazing. So I don't know if I can really say much more about La Nuit De L'homme, if I'm honest, so I'm going to leave the review here, and hopefully it can help you decide whether this is one for you to try, or whether, you know, skip past it. But La Nuit De L'homme, absolute legend in the fragrance game. So, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do what you got to do. And I'm going to crack on with something else. Alright, so make sure you click in that, and I'll see you in the next review. See you later.